Hello and welcome to the Wednesday stream here on RQ Streams. My name is Anil. How are we all doing today? Hello, hello. Actually, why am I wearing my headphones? It's not like there's any sound. Can you all hear sound? Once again, OBS deigned to leave me muted when I started the stream. Hello everyone. Hello Duckpond. Yeah, Failure. What's an Anil stream without sound problems? One of these days. One of these days. Oh, thank you very much, Cassidy. It is a nice shirt. So, admin out of the way first. Hello, welcome to RQ Streams. My name is Anil. I am the community manager here for Rusty Quill. If you don't know who we are, if you don't know what we do, we are a podcasting network and entertainment company, and we put out a number of shows every week. You can find out details about all the stuff that we do over on our website at www.rustyquill.com. These streams, all the video work that we do really is brought to you by you, our very, very generous supporters. We couldn't do this without your continued and wonderful support. You can support us in a number of ways, he said, knocking the microphone, by either direct donation on the link down below or !donate. You can subscribe to us here on Twitch and get yourselves a number of nice emotes done by our production manager, April, who is a very talented artist. If you have Twitch Prime, you also get one free sub every month to a streamer of your choice. You don't have to use it here, but if you do have Amazon Prime, do please use it and throw a little love some streamers' way. Or you can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/rustyquill and get a variety of rewards and bonus materials related to the various shows that we put out. So, admin out of the way. Thank you very much, Obelisk Killer, for the 4-month Twitch Prime resub, saying yay! Hello, Crow, and welcome to mods in chat. Do give the mods some love. They are the ones who will be keeping you all in line while we play this game. Although I do suspect that today is going to be a somewhat chill and relaxed afternoon. Yes, hello everyone. All the hearts, all the Derek hearts, thank you. So, what are we playing today? We're back on a narrative kick, which is almost something of a has become a habit here on my shows. At any rate, we are going to be looking at text adventures. So this is a really old school genre, and those of us who grew up in the early days of computing will be familiar with kind of like the typed adventures, the sort of you're in a wood. You're in a forest of twisty trees all alike sort of thing, where all you have is a text and a cursor and a set of just about parsable commands. Oh, Teams is coming through, isn't it? Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think there's a lot I can do about that right now. It will just have to stand for the time being. Yes, Lucifer, though I was going to talk about that. The Hitchhiker's Guide text adventures. One of the very first things on the when the BBC set up their website was a text version of a text adventure game for Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. H2G2 was supremely difficult. It isn't the first text adventure game I played. Those of you who have been here since January may remember me telling this story, but Oh, plants and bees. My nails. I mean, my nails are not great right now. They're somewhat dented and damaged from. I haven't redone them from last week. But it is a. For those who didn't see, it is a metallic blue, shiny from Barry M. I really like their chrome polish. It's I find it suits me down to the ground. Chrome polish in general, I really really like. Anyway, story time. So when I was a youngling, probably. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can actually shut down those things because I don't think. Let's let's end that task. There we go. Right. So. Oh no. Are we on Welcome to the Black Parade again? No. When I was young, and we're talking. How old would I have been? I must have been 8 or 9. Yeah, probably around that age. We hadn't yet got a computer at home. I've now forgotten where I paused. What would have been? Yeah, when I was about 8 or 9, I'm pretty sure we hadn't got a home computer at this point. During the summer, we would go like. I was at a activity camp, just for a week. Not away. It was just day activities. And one of the activities was computing. Just to get you familiar with the very basics of like what a computer was. And these were BBC Micros. And the game that I cannot remember where I cannot remember if the game actually had a name, but it was a very basic text adventure where you had to go and I think explore a cave network and things like that. So it was, you're given a prompt on screen and then you type like NWES to go in one of the cardinal directions and some very basic verb object interactions like pick key or open door and things like that. Swing sword, I think, was one. And obviously, no mapping functions or anything like this. So reams of old printer paper and such were being used to make maps by hand. And we only had I think it was an hour or an hour and a half per day. That we had computing time, so it was a frantic struggle to all right, here is my map from yesterday, right, I got here by NSEEW and just quickly scrolling through to where you got to the last point on your map in order to try and get through on the in the time that you had left, and so yeah, once computer graphics started becoming more robust and more prevalent, text adventures had a tendency to fall out of favor. And oh, hey Crunchy, the text oh yes, that's probably the next thing, because what they generated to is, once the internet was available, is you started having what we'll call multi-user dungeons and such, which were entirely text-based adventuring. You'd create a character and roleplay online. I had very limited enjoyment with MUDs. Oh yeah, mushes. MUSH, multi-user shared hallucination, is another term for them. Um, I had a couple of friends who were very heavily into a Forgotten Realms mud, and I tried creating a character, but at that time I didn't have consistent um, internet. So this is the days um, before broadband, before you you'd have a very limited kind of like permanent internet connection via dial-up. But I was still, my dad was still very much on the here's how you can get 30 hours off a free CD from AOL, and would just like churn through discs like that. Yes, Realms of Aurelius. Yes. Um, so uh, oh wow. Okay. Thank you very much, Joe Mendacium, for giving a gift sub to AdriGO, and thank you very much for giving out 5 tier 1 gift subs to Smiley Scarf, We Talk of Dreams, Little Bread Boy, Seblesto, and Pokemon and Pancakes. Sorry, Sables 2. I think that's how because you did tell us how to pronounce that. Welcome to the channel, courtesy of Joe Mendacium. Um, What here to? I'll make it the AOL disc. Haven't thought about. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, we've used them. We use them as coasters often once they were done. Um, you know, scratch codes and whatnot in order to get you to to internet your internet access. Anyway, um, text adventures obviously fell by the wayside in terms of both developer time and general interest as computer graphics got better and better and better. But there has always been an interest in them, and there's always been very strong aficionados for them. And particularly in the last like 10 years, interactive fiction, as the genre tends to be called now, has made a resurgence, not only from the point of view of things like visual novels, but even just plain text adventures. Sometimes you have to use a special parser to go into them, and I might actually take us through a couple of those at a later stage. But what I wanted to look at today, no one likes writing in Form 7 as far as I can work out, says IRQ Conflict. Inform 7 should be really good. I have a book on how to write in it that I started working through. As a language for games, it seems really good, but with the advent of things like Twine and Inkle, which have made visual parsers easier for people to get to grips with. A pure text-based programming language like Inform 7 doesn't hold as much appeal, even though it's supremely versatile. Oh, well done, Sir Hawk. So we'll probably look at that kind of interactive fiction at some point later in my show. Probably, I don't know exactly when I will fit into the schedule, because I need to do a little bit of research on that. But there is also one text adventure game with a significant visual element, but it was written in Inkle, called 80 Days, which some of you may be familiar with. It's an award-winning game, multiple awards. Is won BAFTA awards for its writing for a computer game. And 80 Days is a game that we will definitely play on this show. I am trying to work out if I can do something very special with that stream, if I can. But yeah, so stay tuned. Hopefully I can do that later this year, but it will all depend upon the It will all depend upon the availability and my tech. Because I need to. I want to bring a very special guest on for that stream. But it will also depend on whether my tech and my connection will hold up, and their availability, of course. So, what are we going to look at today? We are going to look at a game called AI Dungeon. And this is what I would say is probably the latest incarnation of the text adventure. It's a free-to-play web browser based game. So you can so anyone can go to it's play.aidungeon.io, or just I think aidungeon.com will work as well, and you will get presented with basically an artificially generated adventure in a variety of genres, and it's supposed to use things like natural language parsing and procedurally generated events to give you a text adventure experience that mimics kind of like the old school feel of these games, but also with the very modern technological sensibilities. Now, if anyone who did watch Tim Meredith play this on his stream a couple of weeks ago for his birthday, you will see the chaos. You will have seen the chaos that ensued from this. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that we are going to go full chaos, but we are definitely going to see the limitations of what the current technology and what the current programming for a game like this will be. Is Tim's video up on VOD still? I don't think so. 24th of August it would have been. So it's probably just gone off VOD. Edgina said, "Oh, Dolly Spider says the chaos is hard to avoid. The chaos will be hard to avoid because, from what I saw and from what I've seen from a very limited set of playthroughs myself, the engine is not super robust and has a number of flaws, which we will no doubt encounter, but we will see. We'll kind of like build up to that. I want to take us through a variety of scenarios and a variety of adventures, and we will see how long this actually holds our interest for this. I do expect to be taking probably relatively frequent breaks because. With reading everything out, this game is not voiced in any way, so it is a lot of text. Starcross says, just avoid the word milk in a verb sense of the word and I'll be fine. Yeah, the game didn't like that. Bicycle Worship says, you can milk things. You can milk things. You probably shouldn't. I think I will leave... milk and lactose-based gaming to Tim, and try and forge a different path for RQ streams. Hatful Boyfriend Voices round 2. Oh, we'll see. We will see. So let's go to the game and hope that I'm not going to be obscuring too much of the text. As I say, this is free to play, so you are perfectly able to go and try this out for yourself post-stream, should you so wish. Oh, thank you very much, Joe Mendocium. Yes, as a reminder, there are various Stream Shiny redemptions that you can do if anyone still actually has channel currency left after Nico's stream, where I had to push the Jelly Bean redemption up to 96.69. and I'm pretty sure a jelly bean was not worth that much. Anyway, so let us see what we have got. Now there are a number of different modes of playing this, and I think we'll try a few of them out. So we've got a number of settings. Okay. I'm obscuring the very top one, I think. Oh no, I think I'm just obscuring the words pick a setting. So we've got fantasy, mystery, apocalyptic, zombies, cyberpunk, custom, and archive. So fantasy is recommended. So we will start with a fantasy adventure. Okay, you wanted me to click. So we've got a list of characters. We can be a noble, a princess, a knight, a wizard, a witch, a ranger, a squire, a peasant, or a rogue. Well, let's go for one of my favourite classes. And let's start with a ranger. So, what is our character's name? Bicycle Worship, this is AI Dungeon. You can go to play.aidungeon.io and that should take you to the site. So, what is our character's name? Maybe I will change my positioning. Because I think I can probably be on the other side of the stream. Bear with me a few moments, chat, while I get that sorted. Why is this not working? Frame is on. Camera is on. Whoop. Oh, I need to unlock that, don't I? Ah. Nope. Oh, that's because the frame has broken, hasn't it? Oh, that's a bit annoying. Has it broken? No, it hasn't. Sorry, I'm just doing a very quick thing so that we can actually see more of the screen. I thought the frame had broken a moment, but it hasn't. It was just my screen not showing me everything I needed to. Then we move this here. There. Make sure everything is centered right. And then we've got lock that. Everything is there. So we'll go there. Yeah. Right, okay. Can we see that clearly? Hooray. Okay, right. Everything is thing. I'm still coming through clearly, I hope. Okay. Oh, hello, Sheep Socks. Welcome, welcome. Yep, you haven't missed anything. We are just about to start. So this is a fantasy adventure. We are playing a ranger. Our ranger will be called... Right. I don't know why it is doing that. I might have to reinstall OBS after this. This is starting to prove really annoying. But actually, let's get some background music on as well, because it'll be a pretty dull stream if we've got no music whatsoever and it's just the sound of me talking. What sort of channel shall we go for? What does epic sound like? Yeah. Let's have a little light background music from the Epic channel. We are using Pretzel Rocks, which is a streamer-safe musical service for anyone who is interested. Right, so onwards. You are Simeon, a ranger living in the kingdom of Larian. You have a hunting bow and a quiver of arrows. You have been searching for a mystical beast for 3 months, tracking it through the forest. As you crouch behind a clump of trees, you see something sprint out and jump into the air, catching the branch in which you are hidden. It is a griffin, a big bird-like creature with an eagle's body and a lion's head. So, our quest is to kill a mystical beast. Now, down here, we have, I'll circle it on things because I don't know how clearly it has come through. Adrian says, is it really a Twitch stream if you haven't had at least one technical difficulty? Almost certainly not in my case. So you've got a number of symbols down here, including a bar, which allows us to type in what we want to do. So you can see at the beginning here we've got do, so what do you want to do? If I click that, it will give me a variety of other options. So say, what do I want to say? Story, I can type in literally what happens next and go back. There is the option of multiple choice answers. Now I'm not going to do that on this run, but our next run we might try doing that because I want to showcase a number of options. And there's also kind of like a go back, a go forward. You could do a direct write of the situation if you wanted to as well. Can't remember how I go back from this. Oh, I close that there. You can pin things, and I think that returns you to the main menu. No, that oh. Okay, that actually refreshes it. So we are now as we crouch behind a clump of trees, you now see something move. It looks like a wolf tail. It stands on 4 legs but has the body and wings of a dragon. What do we do? So sorry, is something too loud? Music can be turned down a tad. Okay, yeah, sure. We don't want to be too obtrusive about it. How's that, chat? Yep. Okay. Yeah, because it should be about half of my volume. Let me up myself a little bit as well, so that we don't have any problems on that front. Hopefully, now that I'm actually talking directly into the microphone, we should be better off, at least on my front. So, what do we want to do? We have a bow and arrow. We have a beast that we have been hunting for. So let's start with something very simple. Look at the creature. You look at the creature. You cautiously step out from behind the clumps of trees and walk towards the creature. It looks somewhat dragon-like, but has 4 legs and a long snout. Now, here we start to see the oh no, Joe, Twitch has kicked you out. Oh, I hope you get back in soon. Oh, does anyone want the current song? The current song is Skellige Winds by Miracle of Sound. I should work out how to actually get the sound, the name in chat, because I should try and do more attribution on that front. So, oh gosh. Oh, neck, please. Um, so here we start to see some of the limitations right from the get-go. All I wanted to do was look at the creature, but it had me step out from behind the trees and walk towards it, which is not quite what I wanted to do when facing down a beast, but it means that we might just have to be a little bit more detailed with what we are doing. You look at the creature; it looks somewhat dragon-like, but has. Let us crouch down in a. Let's see. Hide behind a tree. Let's see if we can get out of its line of sight. Ask the dragon if it's a dragon. That's interesting. Can we friend it? Well, we will see. Wife the dragon. Okay, sure. You hide behind a tree and wait to see what it does. It turns its head and stares at you, nose twitching. It walks along the path to you. Ooh. I'm going to at least try and start with a straightforward, more traditional fantasy narrative, and then we will start incrementing it from there. Okay, so say traditional fantasy narrative. Ready an arrow in. Okay, I really don't know why OBS keeps doing that. F to the audio, this is what happens when we do not wife the dragon, says Charcoal. Oh dear. Annalia said, yeah, that's what Tim said too. We are going to try. Oh, 69 cookies gone. You're right. Oh no, because mute is tied to the M key, and it might be doing that. Let me just. Yep. Now with a text-based adventure, that's not great. 69 Exley Crow, yeah, says thank you for the bits, but yes, 69 cookies is a genius. Wow, I had not thought of that. Let me amend my settings. Don't type any words with M or N. That might be a little bit difficult. So, where are my keys? Where are my keys? I am going to take those out. No. Let's junk that. Junk those. Okay. Right. Welcome, Josh Cup. Welcome. We have only just started, so you haven't missed a lot. Al doing the M version of the book with no. Oh, geez, I've tried doing stories along those bases, and yeah, I think there's an improv game along that line as well. So, hopefully, the sound is now going to not stop. Is not going to keep cutting out. So it stands. You take an arrow in your hand and ready it. The creature walks up to you and stands only a few feet away. It stares at you. Its big yellow eyes without pupils. Okay, maybe a little bit of chaos. You say, "What big eyes you have!" The creature stares at you without moving. "What a mouth you have too," you add. Well, the creature makes no reaction. "I'm Simeon. What's your name?" Ask the creature its name. You ask the creature its name. You wait patiently for a reply. None comes. Ask if the creature can speak. You ask the creature. You ask if the creature can speak. The creature makes no reaction. You grab another arrow and try again. "What a mouth you have," you say. You wait patiently for a reply. None comes. Again, we are seeing we are seeing again how the parser is taking the things that we are writing and running with it in directions that we're not entirely things. We might be looping already, which will be interesting. So we've got to try and break the loop. Let's see what happens if we threaten the creature. You hold your bow and draw back the string. "This is a nice mouth you have. It could crack nuts for me." You aim the arrow at the creature and fire. Do check for injury. You check your arrow and see no blood. You decide to fire another. The creature makes no reaction. You reload your bow and draw back the string. Well, now I'm wondering if the thing is actually if the creature is real. Walk up to the creature. "Shot through the mouth, and you're to blame. You give dragons a bad name." Yes, Strut. So we might actually be in a loop. So like you walk towards the creature slowly, keeping a wary eye on it. The creature makes no reaction. "I'm Simeon. What's your name?" You get no reply this time. So now the game is actually giving us a tip that is flashing up the screen. So want more story to generate? Just press enter without typing in an action. So let's press enter and just see what happens. "You can't speak, can you?" you ask. "It's okay, I can help you." You walk slowly towards the creature. The creature makes no reaction. So we tried to do this again, but the AI doesn't know what to say. Alter, undo, or try again. Okay, so reach out and touch the creature. You walk slowly towards the creature, reaching out to touch it. The creature makes no reaction. You take a deep breath and reach out to it. The creature makes no reaction. Check to see if creature is real. This may be a statue. You turn around and carefully walk back to where you were standing. No. That's not what we said. Let's undo that. So we can use the alter command to directly change the AI's response to an input that we want it to be. Yeah. Yeah, actually, check to see if there are other creatures around. Oh, as you walk further away, you begin to feel uneasy. Then, out of the corner of your eye, you see movement. You turn quickly and draw your bow, but there is nothing there. You hide. Hide again. You turn to run back to the trees, but the creature is faster and knocks you to the ground. It leaps on top of you and begins biting and tearing at you while you scream for help. Oh no! Push the creature away. Yeah, that did escalate. You push the creature away and it leaps back on top of you. You pull out your dagger and stab it in the neck, killing it quickly. Yay! We kill the mythical beast. Hurrah! So what we can do is so we said it could add a new quest. So let's add a new quest to claim a reward for killing the creature. And let's see if this does anything for us. So we'll close that. Okay. We will claim the creature's head as a trophy. And see if this is. You quickly search the creature for valuables. Let's see if there's anything else on that. You find a few coins and a large leather pouch with gold coins in it. You take some time before you notice the girl lying on the ground, her neck broken. You could have told us this before. Examine the girl. You kneel next to the girl and examine her. You're unsure how old the girl is, but you guess she's around your age. You look again at the girl's neck and you see a large bite wound. It looks very painful. You can't remember the last time you ate something that wasn't a crab leg or a piece of fish. With a heavy heart, you grab your knife and cut the girl. What? What? No, 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 no. No. I'm going to undo that one. Check to see if she is dead. You take the girl's hand and shake her gently. Wake up, you say loudly. You check again for a pulse. There is none. You sigh and stand. Look for any identification. You check the girl's clothing and body for identification. You don't find any, but you do notice some strange symbols on the girl's neck. You take out your phone and take a picture of the symbols. You take out your phone. So when we selected fantasy, we're obviously We obviously ended up in modern urban fantasy then. Yeah, I guess instead of an animal companion, I have a phone. Look at the symbols. The symbols appear to be an old form of cuneiform. Your scholarly side knows them as Cimmerian. Okay, so we're real world. Okay. Pick up the girl's body gently. You pick up the girl's emaciated body. She's so light that you're able to pick her up with one hand. Well, You walk back over to the trees, careful not to slip on the mud. Right. Check phone for nearest town. You try to open your phone, but it is still locked. You don't know if there's anything left, but there's no signal, so for now you're stranded. So what? It's just a camera. Archer, Scholar, Anachronism says Duck7, yes. Morietsu says Cimmerian and Akkadian use the same cuneiform script though. It was words that were different, so you'd recognise the text as Cimmerian, not the script. Good point. Let's see if I can unlock phone. You unlock phone and see there is no signal. You try again and it still doesn't work. You put the phone away and look around. Okay. Carry body to nearest village. You sit down under the first tree you see and hold the girl's body in your arms. You feel like you're about to lose it yourself. Take her to a village. Let's see if this works. You stand up and begin to walk. You're unsure of where to take her, but you know you need food, water, and a doctor. You take off your bloody shirt, revealing your skeletal frame, and begin walking. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else after this. You walk for several hours in silence and begin to notice a change in the terrain. The hills become stonier and the trees thicker. You notice a large rock sticking out of the ground. Okay. Examine rock. Well, skeletal frame. I'm guessing it's like both us and the girl are apparently very emaciated. You examine the rock. It is very large. There are tiny creatures crawling on it. It's very strange. You notice a door in the rock and begin to wonder what it could be. I don't think it's not... I don't know if the game is saying that we want to... if we need to eat. I don't think we can wife the rock. Okay, let's say hug the rock. Fine. You hug the large rock and sit down. You begin to feel a lot of emotions fighting inside you. And we're back to the girl's body. Okay. Okay, knock on the door in the rock. You knock on the large wooden door. You hear a voice from the other side. Who's there? The voice asks. Haribos. You reply, what? Are we using a false name already? The door clicks and swings open. Haribos? The massive figure asks. Yes. Yes? I'm pleased to see you. Come inside. You step inside the doorway and find yourself in a large cave. Look around the cave. You walk around the cave, marvelling at the beautiful underground cavern. You spot a large patch of roses growing wild. How beautiful, you say aloud. It's my home. The massive one replies, look at the massive one. You look up and gasp. You find yourself staring at a massive throne made of human skulls. You know, you could have led with that game. I think that is a more pertinent thing than a large patch of roses growing wild. The creature sitting on it has large fangs protruding from its mouth. I am a vampire. I am a vampire, the massive one says. Oh, sorry. I am vampire, the massive one says. Sigh heavily. You're a vampire, you repeat dumbly. The massive vampire lets out a terrible laugh and flips a switchblade out of its wrist. Wrong spelling of it, but okay, sure. That's probably the least of my worries from this game. Truth, he roars. Well, let's see if he's going to do anything else. I'm Harible. Harible, you say, yes, I'm the vampire of the Harbinger story. No, that's count. That doesn't quite make sense. So I'm gonna pull that back. Ask if he. Okay. Actually, let's move to say. Can you help me find a village? You say, can you help me find a village? The vampire stops laughing and growls. I do not stalk the villages. Please, I'll do whatever you want. Just help me find a village. The vampire pauses and considers your offer. I need blood, he replies. You try to backpedal, but you're stuck. You can't go back and say you lied, so you try to think of a way of getting out of this alive. Let's say, okay, let's say I can offer you a pint of my blood if you will help me. You say, I can offer you a pint of my blood if you will help me. Ha! A pint, eh? He laughs. The vampire begins walking towards you and your heart beats faster. You need to think of something. Well, I mean, we've offered. Let's see. Let's go through with this and see what happens. Offer the vampire your wrist to bite. You raise your arm, the knife is brought to your wrist and you pull back. The vampire bites down and begins to drain you dry of your blood. You never realised how much blood could actually come out of one person. Pull arm away. You pull your arm away and begin running for the door. You feel sharp fangs puncture your skin, but you manage to run outside and collapse. You bleed out and die soon afterwards. Well, thank you very much, Adri, for the hydrate. Well, that went less than stellarly. So, I think what we will do is go back and try another run. So let's stick with actually, we're going to see if we had wifed that wouldn't have happened. Hey, let's stick with the fantasy one then, and choose a different character this time. And what we'll do is we will try the multiple choice answers, because I do want you to see how awkwardly the game currently is on that front. Tiger in man's clothing. Oh, it's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Well, we are playing a text adventure. This is not as robust as Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. However, the likelihood of us ending up dead is probably about the same. This is AI Dungeon for anyone who is joining us now. This is an artificially intelligence generated text adventure. So as you can see, the parsing has not been brilliant, but we hope that it is going to be iterative. Not as robust, but equally as frustrating. Yeah, probably. Yeah, okay, let's try Princess. What is our character's name? What shall we have as our character's name? We are... Yeah, okay. We are Princess Nigel. You are Nigel, a princess living in the kingdom of Larian. You wake up in a big feather bed and hear clamouring outside your door. A knight rushes in to tell you that you are to be woken up and to dress quickly. You hurry out of bed and open the door. A young man in fine armour stands there. Our quest is to bring peace to the kingdom. Okay. Well, we will ask the young man his name. You ask the young man his name. My name is Yvette. My name is Yvette, says the young man. I have been sent to escort you to see the king. You look at Yvette's armour. Well, let's see what... because it's given us an action. You look at Yvette's armour. It's very different from your sky blue chainmail. It's golden with grey designs and it covers her from head to toe. I am sorry, I cannot wear my armour, she says. I think you're already wearing your armour? Well, let's say you are all wearing your armour, silly. You must change into a tunic before you leave, Yvette says. Then we must hurry. The king is waiting for you. You quickly change into the clothes that Yvette gives you. Yvette gives you. Okay, and then what we will do is we will go with Yvette. The knights hurry you along. Yvette leads you through the dark castle to a staircase. This is the royal throne room, she whispers. Let's see if there's anything more. The king is in his throne. You follow Yvette as she heads towards the throne. She walks very slowly. Her armour makes a loud clank, clank each step she takes. Look at the throne. You walk up to the throne. On one side of the throne there is a golden shield with a crown on it. On the other side of the throne there is a sword. Choose a guard. Oh, actually, I was going to do this as multiple choice, wasn't I? Actually, let's switch to multiple choice and see what that actually does. So we're given so the multiple choice version of this gives us a variety of options. So we can choose the shield side. We can sit on one of the two thrones. We can say the sword. Or we could pick up the golden crown. Although we haven't been told there is a golden crown, just a golden shield with a crown on it. So this is where the parser, this is where the game starts to get a little bit weird, because we are going to be given a number of strange choices that may not necessarily match with what we have been told. So let's say the sword then. You say the sword. A young knight rushes forward. He wears shining armor and holds a sword in each hand. He stands in front of you as you look up at the throne. So we can ask the young knight his name. We can look at Yvette. Say, I am. Or sit down on one knee and bow your head. I think let's be generally sensible and ask the young knight his name. My name is Rupert, he says. I will be guarding you for the duration of the trip. Yvette turns to look at you. The king will ask you several questions, she says. Okay, we can nod our head, look at the sword, ask Rupert a question, or write down all that you can remember of what was read to you. Okay, so we can have two spouses, Rupert and Yvette. So let's let's look at the sword. You look at the sword. The knight places the sword in front of you. What is your name? Nigel. Sorry. What is your name? Nigel, you say. What do you want to ask the king? Ask the king a question. Go up and look at Rupert. Say, I want my family's ring back. Write down your questions. Let's ask the king a question. What is your what is your question? Asked the king. I want to know what the sword is, you say. The sword is an important part of the kingdom of Oren, says the king. Well, we can look at the shield, ask another question, saying why is it important, or continue. We'll ask why is it important. Yeah, the music might not be entirely in keeping with the seriousness of the situation. Why is it important? It helps defend the kingdom of Oren from our enemies. Ask another question, say who is the king's enemy, walk away from Rupert, or use it to defend yourself. We'll ask questions then. The kingdom of Oren has never had any real enemies, says the king. But if we did, the dragons would be our enemies. Why is that, you ask? Because... ellipses. We're going to say, why do you fight the dragons? Because they have taken my children, says the king, his voice quivering with anger. Who did this, you ask? The undead, says the king. So, whoa, let's back this up a bit. Are we talking about undead dragons? Are we talking something like a Dracolish? Dracolish, says the British Crow. Yes. Say, who killed your children? Ask the king how to stop them. Look at Rupert, or write down an important question. Actually, British Crow, thank you for the 69-bit thing. Draco-leash. Ask the king how to stop them. I guess. I don't know, says the king. I need to find more children. Will you release the children you currently have, you ask? I'll have them sent to an orphanage. What? What on earth? Like, who is our enemy here, actually? I'm starting to think that our enemy is not the dragon. Crunchy said, kill the king, wife the dragon. Right, okay. Well, let's try and keep on his good side for the moment. Ask why he wants more children. I want more children so that I can find more of my children. Says the king. What if no more come, you ask? That'll be okay, says the king. Why do you want more children? Leave the throne room, ask about other kingdoms, or read a passage from Oren's Book of Knowledge. Sure, let's read from the book. You pull out the book and begin to read. The dragons are immortal, you read from the book. They cannot be killed by conventional means. Throw the book against the wall, go back to asking questions, ask what do you mean? Or say, let's throw the book against the wall. That's really frustrating. You throw the book against the wall and it lands on the stone floor. Throw the book against the wall again. Leave. Say, why do you want to kill your own children? Or read that it is dangerous for humans and dragons to be alone. Let's try throwing it against the wall again. You pick up the book and throw it against the wall again and again until it is shredded. I need to throw you against the wall, says the king. No, you don't. Aha, right. We can leave. We can say, have you tried everything? Use your psychic powers to read his mind or throw the king against the wall. Duck 17 says, how sharp are those walls? Yeah, I'm starting to wonder that. Yeets, lots of yeets. One read his mind. It's a yeet or be yeeted kind of world, Felshaw says. Yeah, yeet that king. That's some kind of new game show. I think chat has read his mind. Then the thing is, I'm not sure if I'll get the option to yeet him if I use my psychic powers. So what do we go for? Do we go for read and lose out, potentially lose out on the chance of yeeting, or just yeet? Yeet him with your mind. I don't know if that's the psychic power I have got. Oh, I could undo. Yes, that's okay. That's good. Okay, let's use our psychic powers and then see if we can see if we can do that. So, use your psychic powers to read his mind. You grab the king's hand and begin to feel inside it. You look closely at his mind. You see 3 doors. Each door is a different colour and has a picture on it. Throw the king against the wall. Go for option 3, fire. Or ask what is on the doors. Yeah, I guess at this point chat is asking throw him against his mind wall. Okay, let's yeet. You grab the king and throw him against the wall. You flip him onto the ground and look at the 3 doors. You grab the knob on the black door. This door leads into the prison. What? We entered some kind of like psychic liminal space. Oh, what is the music actually? Yeah. Yeah, the doors are supposedly in the king's mind. Yeah, I wonder if he's actually using the dragon as a like the undead dragon as a smoke screen. Ask why did you put the children in prison? You pull open the door and begin to walk inside. It's completely dark within the prison. You search your pockets for some kind of lighter but find nothing. I can't see anything. Cast a light spell. Ask the king for help. Or turn on your psychic powers. Oh, little bread boy says, I read The Children as the chicken and was so bamboozled. Yeah. Fine. Let's assume that we've got magic. And cast a light spell. You cast a light spell and begin to see something within the prison. To your left is a cell with a small pile of ash inside. Cast a light spell again. Go to the cell. Say, I think that was once someone who had been possessed by an undead spirit. What is this? Psych all of a sudden? Or the mentalist? Let's investigate. Bicycle Worship says I could never DM like this. No, neither could I. You walk over to the cell and look inside. You see what looks like bone fragments and ashes. You turn away from the small ash pile. You alright, son? Asks the king. What? Cast a dark vision spell. Go back to the king. Say, that's weird. Use your sword as an extra torch. Well, let's say that's weird. You take a small metal out of your pocket and begin to poke at the ashes with it. It works perfectly. I figured it out, you say. What? Say, this is a dragon egg. Go back to the other room. Offer your metal rod. Use some of those kids' powers. What? What? Game. Where are you going with this? Fever dream stream of consciousness. Yeah. Well, sure, let's use some of those kids' powers. Try using one of those kids' powers. The king's laughs. I wish I could, he says. We might be in a bit of a loop. We could try throwing the king against the wall again. Go back outside, say it's a dragon's egg, or use our powers to read his mind again. Sharko says the king wants the children's powers. We figured it out. Sure, let's yeet him again then. You grab the king and throw him against the wall. You flip him onto the ground and look at the three doors. Okay, so we're back at the thing. So we'll try looking at it carefully, yeah? Try to turn the knob, it's dot. Ooh. You try to turn the knob, but it's locked. I need a key, you say. I don't have a key, says the king. What does this door lead to? Well, let's go back to testing things then. You go back to testing things. You poke at the pile of ashes again and again and something breaks. It's weird but fun to figure out exactly it's broken after all these years. Throw the king against the wall. Go through door 1. Ask, what is that? Or use your powers to raise this kid. Are we some kind of psychic necromancer so far? Well, I don't know if there is. I know you're saying like can't do a worse job than raising the thing or adopt the child, but what kid? We don't have a child, I think. Oh, Rupert an event who came with us and now somewhere. Yeah, raise from the dead or adopt. I don't know. She says, well, we have one now, Anil. Sure, okay. Use your powers to raise this kid. You grab the king and lift him off the ground. Hey, he cries. You throw him against the wall, flip him onto the ground and look at the 3 doors. Throw the king against the other wall. Throw through door 1. Say we need help. Help. Fine, let's throw him against the other wall. At this point, I don't know. Sure, say this is fun. It's fun, you say. You grab the king and throw him against the wall. You flip him onto the ground and look at the 3 doors. Let's try using your psychic, because I think we might actually be stuck in a loop. You grab the king and lift him into the air. He looks terrified. You begin to feel inside of his mind as you float in the air. He begins to try and fight you, but he is too weak. Cast a lightning bolt into his chest. Throw the king against the wall. Say, I'm going to help you. Or read minds. Lux Evacuo, what in the fresh hell is this game? Your guess is as good as mine at this point. Read minds is very vague. I don't know where Rupert and Yvonne are at this point. We could try casting the lightning bolt. Or say I'm going to help. Sure. The king has obviously done something. So let's cast a lightning bolt. You let the bolt fly directly into his chest. He lets out a horrible scream like a woman being murdered. Oh, we didn't need to be gendered like that. You set him down on his feet and he falls over instantly. Throw the blanket at him. Leave. Say this kid has no powers. Or use your psychic ability to read his mind. I think we just leave at this point, really. You walk out of the room and down the hallways. Eventually you reach the staircase. You slowly descend the stairs and you find yourself in a huge lobby. There is a door on the other side of the room. Grab the door and throw it open. Go through that room. Find a way out of this place. Use your psychic powers to unlock locks. Sure. Let's just use our powers just generally. You walk up to a door and concentrate hard. The door slowly unlocks. You open it. You're in a massive hallway. There's multiple doors down this hallway, but you only have the one key. I'm actually going to undo that. If I can. Right. You walk out of the room and down the hallways. There's a door on the other side of the room. Throw a firebomb at the door. Go through it. Say, I think I can do this without you. Or use your psychic powers again. I have no idea, Joe Mendacium. We seem to have picked up a key from somewhere. Well, I think we are a strong, independent Princess Nigel. So say, I think I can do this without you. I think I can do this without you. Oh, right, fine. Open the door, go through that. So is the king still with us? Use your powers of telekinesis and crush him. I'm going to find out what's going on. You walk towards the door. You grab the handle and pull open it. Pull open the door. It's a long hallway with rooms on each side. Suddenly you hear a bunch of scratching behind you. Let's turn around. You turn around and fire your laser gun at whatever it is behind you. The laser flies across the room as whatever it was dies immediately. You slowly turn around and look at whatever is in the darkness of the room. Thank you very much, Moyetsu, for the 420 blazing bits.
Oh, Anil, don't forget to breathe.
Oh. Pokemon Pancakes, I'm not sure there is any following this, really. Shoot your laser gun at the creature, go back to walking, use a flashbang on whatever that is, say, I'm not afraid of you. Let's go back to walking and see if we can actually get out of here. Oh! Whoa! Whoa! Suddenly a massive claw swipes out at you from out of the darkness. You turn around and fire your laser gun again. Cast a lightning bolt at the claw, go back to walking, say, I'm in trouble, or turn around and use your other gun. Turn around and use our other gun then. You pull out your other gun and fire. The bullet flies towards the claw, but it doesn't stop. The claw is massive, with red, scaly skin. Shoot it in the eye, go back to walking, say, am I dead? Or use your mind powers. Fine, let's use our mind powers. You begin to feel very dizzy, your head begins to hurt and you have trouble focusing. The creature begins to advance towards you. Suddenly the room goes black for a moment. Cast a bolt of psychic energy. You feel a slight pain in your head. Your mind is blocked, but it only helps you for a moment. The creature charges towards you as you collapse to the floor. Stab your sword into his knee. Go to sleep. Use psychic powers or say, I need help. Shine. Let's use our swords now. You try to stab your sword into the creature's knees, but miss. The creature bites your throat and rips out your throat. Blood quickly flies out of your neck and you fall to the floor. Cast a fireball. You cast a fireball into the creature's eye. He screams in pain and the room goes completely black. You scream as you believe him to have killed you. Cast a lightning bolt into his heart. Go unconscious. Ask the creature, what the hell do you want? Or use your sword as leverage to flip him on top of your sword. These are quite some options. Yeah, now we get a dialogue option. Dragon Pancake, flip time baby. Sure, let's try that one. You grab the sword and turn away from the creature. You use the sword as leverage to flip him onto your sword. He screams as he's impaled through the chest by your sword. Cast a lightning bolt, leave the room, say, I'm dead. Raise your fist and charge at him. Fine, let's just leave. You hold your head and stumble out of the room. You reach the staircase and slowly descend the stairs. You reach the bottom of the staircase and find a massive door in front of you. Open the door. You grab the handle and push it open. You walk through the doorway into a massive courtyard. There's a castle wall on your right with a massive drawbridge over a moat on your right. Okay, so they're both on... So, there's a castle wall with a massive drawbridge over a moat on the right. Throw a fireball at the moat, leave and head back to base, go left, or use your sword as leverage. Let's go left. There's a door on the other side of the courtyard. You continue down the path through the courtyard. Go through the door on the left. And find yourself in another hallway. There's a staircase on your right. Slowly walk up the stairs. Stop on the second stair. You stop on the second stair, listening intently. You hear sniffling noises. You cautiously step onto the third stair. Suddenly, a massive explosion rips through the air. What? Cast a bolt of sucking energy and shoot the mother airborne. Jump off the stair, run back to where you came from. Use your jetpack. I remind you folks, we picked fantasy as our scenario type. Fine. Use your jetpack. Your jetpack suddenly activates and blasts you forward. You teleport through the air, blasting straight through a wall as your revolution rapidly slows you towards the ground. Shoot fire at the creature. Go left. Slam into a tree. Use your jetpack to fly back up through the wall. NetBep 1273, this is definitely high fantasy. Emphasis very much on the high. Sure, let's use our jetpack to fly back. Okay, that's the thing. Whoa. So cast a fireball through the hole in the wall, go down the stairs, leave your jetpack on, draw a sword. Use touch to see what is going to happen next. I think the parser might have got itself a little bit stuck. Fine, let's cast a fireball. You cast a fireball, blasting through the wall and setting the staircase alight. You back up quickly to avoid the flames. Get back into your jetpack. Cast a fireball towards the other wall. Go through he hole in Tet floor again. Or use natural fire to propel yourself upwards. Sure. We may be stuck on a loop. Oh, wait, hang on. Cast fireball, leave, continue towards freedom. I think that's our best option of actually getting out of here. You reach the opening of the giant pit. What? Hovering in the air over it. Suddenly you hear a scream. Cast a fireball into the pit. Look down at what's causing that noise. Fall to help her. Use your jetpack for aerial advantage and fire upon your enemy. Shh. Yeah, we were all ignoring the pit. Sure, use the jetpack for aerial advantage. You fire upon your enemy as you hover over the pit. You manage to blast through a few screaming harpies before your fuel is expended. Cast a fireball into the air, jump down and go to work. Fall onto your jetpack. Use natural fire from below. Sure, fire solves everything. Suddenly, you feel a tremendous force blast you through the air. You smash into the ground, setting the forest on fire as you explode into a fine red mist. Have been killed by the inhabitants of the castle. Travel along your path towards freedom. Continue to fly. Or read between the lines. I think I am going to draw a line under this and say we have been killed by the inhabitants of the castle. Although I'm really sure, let's read between the lines. You continue towards freedom. Okay, that's not. Oh, I want to say we were done. Because I think we have broken the AI. What? You read the first line of the passage. In a dimly lit underpass, you notice a group of battered and bruised goblins fighting against an endless onslaught of humans. What? Stop to help your goblin brothers. Where are we going? Will help? Okay. You stop to help your goblin brothers. Suddenly you teleport through the wall. You quickly levitate back through the hole in the wall, avoiding the arrows fired at you by the humans. Cast a fireball down into the human hive. Go back to fighting your enemies. Help out any way you can. Sure, let's cast a fireball. Yet, to be fair, the game never specified we weren't a goblin.
Rights for goblins.
You cast a fireball into the human hive, starting a chain reaction through the place as the humans kill each other. You climb out of the pit, finding yourself right next to the front door of a large mansion. Use your knowledge of architecture to scale a wall and enter the house. Oh, thank you very much. Are you here for the 100 bits saying rights for goblins? Sure, let's scale the wall. You reach a window and climb through it, finding yourself in a dimly lit room. You spot a staircase just across the room. Use telekinesis on an ancient chandelier, swinging it directly at humans. What? Go find this room's staircase? You head across the room to the staircase and begin climbing up it. A dark, shadowy form suddenly leaps from one of the windows and lands on you, pinning you to the floor. Cast a fireball into the unknown creature. Continue reading. Attempt to crush its skull under your boot. Or use magic. Well, let's continue casting fireballs. You cast a fireball, but it is absorbed by the shadow's protective nature. Fire does nothing to it. It begins to chant in an otherworldly language, casting a net of shadows around both of you. Use nature's shadows to escape this strange magic. You cast your shadow spells, creating a large number of nature's shadows and sending them at the shadow. The creature is quickly overwhelmed by the shadow, and you free yourself from its grip. Finish off the wounded shadow. You finish off the wounded shadow, casting fire at the creature's remains to destroy it. You climb through the window and ascend the stairs to the next floor. Ascend further up, sure. Let's just see what's at the top of this tower. Okay, take care, Echima. You climb the stairs until you find yourself on a platform overlooking a massive room. You walk down the stairs to the bottom of the room, where a massive iron gate blocks your way. Sure, use our knowledge of architecture again. What? You use your knowledge of architecture, scale the wall to the right of the gate and get inside. You pull out a book you found in one of the rooms upstairs and begin to read. Begin to read the book. Go forth and befoul this holy place. Choose one of several books from your bag. Use nature's might. So we're a druid now, apparently. Who wants to find a place to read? Sure, use nature's might. I'm not befouling a holy place. You cast your nature's might spell on the wall and the wall begins crumbling. You quickly flee down the hall when you see the entire wall collapse down with deafening roar. Ascend to yet another floor? Okay, we're at the... Oh, we only have 3 options. Oh, there's a 4th option that is blank. Use all of nature's power. You cast all of your nature's power spell at the Iron Gate. It begins to sink into the ground. I think we may be stuck effectively now. Yeah, I think we're in a loop. Go through it. You walk up to the gate and move to put your hand on it, but as soon as you do, a human from behind grabs your arm and pulls you away. Struggle with this human and use your knowledge of architecture against them. Sure. What knowledge of architecture will we use against them? You manage to pull yourself free, but turn around, but the human pulls a knife and stabs you in the chest. Go to your hands and knees and begin to crawl away. The human approaches you and begins kicking you in the head while yelling at you. Use all of what little power you have left. You close your eyes, draw upon your last bit of energy and concentrate. Suddenly, strands of pure shadow energy begin to form and weave themselves around the human's feet, holding him in place. Go for his eyes! You slowly crawl your way up to the human's face, reaching out your hands to grab his eyes. You grab them and slowly drag your hands forward, wrapping your fingers around his head. Cast a silent scream of embers cast by the dying sun. Stop. Say kneel. Or use your newfound power to rip out his throat. Say kneel. Your voice seems to reverberate with a power you've never heard before. The human kneels down and you slide your hands forward to his head, wrapping your fingers around it and drawing your hands back to your chest. Well, let's stop now. You lower your hands. The shadow looks up at you and then breaks into a smile. Hello, she says. You're dead, you reply. So are you. Say you're not human. You're not human. Define human. The shadow says. The shadow is not human. Your hair is white. Did you sleep with a vampire? The shadow looks at her hair and laughs. Ask, why have you been following me? Because I found you interesting. What are you planning? None of your business, but I'll tell you one thing. I'm not a vampire. The shadow considers this. I believe you. Why do you find me interesting? Because you're something new. I've never seen an immortal before. How long have I lived? A few centuries. I'm going to go with how long have you followed me, because ask her about the wolves, say I'm an assassin, and look up at him. Don't quite make much sense in... well, as much as anything does in this context. How long have you followed me? A few weeks. Have you been watching me long? Ever since you killed a beast that was destroying the peasants of one of the villages I lived in. Is this a throwback? Ask her name. You ask her name. Danny. That's a nice name. It's Spanish, isn't it? Yes. Are you originally from there? Let's ask her about herself. No, I was born and lived most of my life in a little village to the east, near the border of Poland. What happened? The beast that you just killed? He was my friend. Nod. Oh, okay. How did you earn such a title as the Immortal Dragon? I've killed many. So you have. But how long have you lived? Oh, sorry, that's the other way around. She's asking me. I'll just shrug. Oh, I don't know. I just know things stop when I die. No pain, no feeling, just nothingness. Let's just go and leave. This is... Where are you going to go? Where are you going to go? Home. I don't like talking to non-immortals. What? Oh, well, do you mind if I come with you? I found you very interesting as well. Look at her considering. No. I'll be there in a bit then, Danny says. Fine. You begin to walk toward your home and Danny follows shortly behind. Let's just see what happens when we get home. Oh. You walk into the cave slowly, as if you're afraid that it's suddenly going to come alive and eat you. When you enter, you find it's just how you left it. Well, almost. Sure, say I'm home. I can see your home is a really sturdy set of stairs, Danny says. I wouldn't want to live here. You sigh and sit on a large rock in the centre of the cavern. Okay, I'm going to pause it here and take a break because we're probably overdue one. So that I can actually go and refresh my drink and so that we can all take a bit of a breather. German Dacian says we live in a cave. Yes, I hope this isn't going to turn into a Hatterful boyfriend crossover. But I'm going to leave it here for a moment. When we come back, I think we're in a bit of a loop, and I'm not entirely sure how much further down the line this is worth going. But when I come back, we'll take a view as to whether we continue with this or we start another run in a different genre. So I'm just going to throw us to the break screen, and we'll be back in a few minutes. And we're back. Right. Hope everyone managed to refresh their drinks, get a bit of a stretch, relax their lungs, breathe. How are we all feeling after that? It's been quite a ride, the first part of this thing. Joe Mendasium, we're using Pretzel Rocks. Is the stream-friendly service that we are using. Oh, sorry. Wow. Okay, so what's the general consensus? Do we want to draw a line under the adventures of Immortal Goblin Princess Nigel here and try something else, or do we want to carry on with this line and see where it takes us? I probably should have asked one of the mods to throw up a poll and see what the general consensus was. Shuckle says we ship Danny and Nigel, we crave more. Okay, take care, Drottecup. Molietzi says, I'm curious about how much weirder this story can get. Keep going with Princess Nigel. Okay, looks like there is a general feeling for more Princess Nigel. Welcome, Ito. For anyone who has just tuned in, we're playing AI Dungeon, a free-to-play text adventure game that is generated by AI. We have you can play this game yourself at play.aidungeon.io, and we have generated a remarkably wild ride story so far. Well, two such stories, but the first one ended rather ignominiously. We are on a very wild ride as Princess Nigel, who we don't quite know. Oh, there is a poll. Aha, excellent. Right, okay. So while we're doing this, yeah, who we think might be a princess of a realm who has attacked their king father, who was maybe imprisoning children and using dragons as a smokescreen, but there was a dragon, and then there were shadows, and there was a mysterious castle with weird geometry. Oh. Yeah, and we do keep whipping new powers out of nowhere. We apparently had we had a laser gun, a gun with bullets, 2 swords, powers of the varyingly explosive, psychic, and druidic. Oh, and a jetpack, yes. Somehow. Non-Euclidean armory jetpack, yes. The boundaries between science and fantasy do seem to be a little bit blurred here. IRQ Conflict says, the whole experience is not dissimilar from having a 5-year-old very excitedly tell you about a dream they had. Aww. Okay, chat, you want 68% of you have said more Nigel. Okay, cool. Yeah, the jetpack ended us in we crashed into a forest and ended up as a fine red mist, but continued the adventure somehow. Cool. So we will carry on with this and see what we have got. So, ask her, why did you come here? Go up, or tell Danny about your visions. Well, we seem to be settling down to tell a story, so let's tell her about our visions. The AI doesn't know what to say. Okay, so let's undo that. Because the AI basically got stuck there. Let's go back to talking. And I don't know. So, we have the same birthday. How do you know that? Say, I found your grave. Or reply, Danny asks you how old you think she is. Sure, let's say I found your grave. As you say this, you show her the grave. And she looks at it with a mixture of sadness and confusion. Why did you become a vampire, she asked. We categorically denied being a vampire. Say, I'm immortal, go back to leave, offer her blood, or lie. Niblick, I don't know. We're a voblin. Yeah, a vampire goblin. Vamplin? Vamblin? Sure, I'm immortal. That's an answer to everything. Immortal? How? I don't know, I just am. But you sleep for, what, like hundreds of years? Isn't that dangerous? Nod, shrug, say I can control when I sleep. Well, let's think for a while. A gobpire. Yes, but I'm not going to die. Oh, okay then, Danny says. You laugh bitterly. What's so funny, she asks. Immortality, of course. Ask her about the village she came from. It's gone. I don't even know where it was. All I know is it was near a river. Oh, well, do you know how this happened? Show her the drawing you did. What? Sure. I drew a picture of the village. What? Like this, Danny asks, and shows you the drawing she made. Yeah, he said, looking at it. Oh, wow. All the tenses. The tenses. Welcome, Tafiera. The tenses are getting mixed up. I apologize. Thank you very much, Molietsu, for giving out the 10 community gift subs while I was away. Yes, Nico. Accents other than Yorkshire. I think I think we've had we probably had our quota of Yorkshire for this stream. Yeah, I miss Yvette. Things were simpler with Yvette. Ask her about the artist, which was her or me. I don't know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You ask her about the artist. I don't know. Were they alive before the virus? Oh, what? Oh, no. Yeah. Say, why did this happen? Ask her about the virus. Show Danny Steve's drawing. Who's Steve? Where did Steve come from? New Zealand. Ah. Reference there for anyone who has listened to the Magnus archives, since Steve Violich, who plays Hope as of Brecon and Hope, is a New Zealander. In that respect, Steve also played Kurt Anderson in, I think it's episode 99, the brother of the farmer who had the pig. So, ask her about the virus. How long has it been? About a year. Oh, so what happened? An accident released the virus. It killed everyone. It was on the news, but I already knew. Whoa. Whoa. Show Danny your drawing of you with no memories. Sure. What? Yeah, this is getting very, very weird. Very real. I don't know who's talking. I don't know which line is which. I don't have any memories of before the virus. After all, after it, I was in a coma for a few months. Then I woke up here. What about your dreams? Do you remember them? No, hang on. That's the... Oh. Show her the note I found. What note? I found a note. What's it say? You show her the note that you got from Kara. Who's Kara? It says, I'm sorry. What portrait? I don't know what's happening anymore. Ask her about Kara. Or Cara Mia. Do you know her? Yes. She was the girl I was with at the fair. So what happened to her? I killed her. What? No, hang on. We're the vampire. Are we the vampire? Chat. Show Danny the bite mark on your neck. Say I ate her. What? Yeah, Niblik. AI, stop introducing new characters challenge. You show Danny the bite mark on your neck. A vampire bit me. Danny looks at you worried. You need to kill me. No, of course not, Danny says. Reassure her. Say you can help me kill them. Show Danny your lighter. Fine, kill somebody. You can help me kill them. Really? Thanks, Danny says eagerly. She leads you into the wood to a group of trees that are covered in similar groups of trees. Trees covered in trees. What are we looking for? Say Kara's lair. Go to a large oak tree. Ask her for help. Tell him... Who's him? It was the smell of human. Sure, that's the only one which makes vaguely any sense. Kara's lair, do you know where it is? Yeah, it'll be the woods somewhere. What? Where? Show the place you woke up at. Ask Danny to help look for it. Yes. Okay, so where does she live? A cave. A cave? Ask her to show you. I think Kara is the one who turned us. Come on, Danny says, leading you away from the road. As you walk along the path, you notice two deer fawns following behind. Thank you. Okay. We can't see that wood. They are covered in trees. Yes, we cannot see the wood for the trees. Thank you, Hex Libra Crow, for redeeming. Look, Hamid has already been casting the fireballs and such. Adri Geo says, is Danny Ebony Darkness Dementia Ravenway? Maybe. Maybe. I wouldn't put it past her. I'm not sure how Hamid can help Nigel, but we will see. As you walk along the path, you notice two deer fawns following behind. Hey, wait a second. Shoot the fawns with your crossbow? We have a crossbow now. Stop and go back to them. Say, I think there are deer around here. Or walk past without stopping. Oh. Okay, Hamid, I'm going to leave you here. Alright. Sure, let's stop and go back to them. You stop and go back to them. Who's talking here? You have some great Zooics. Thanks, you say, petting them. Do you have any brother or sister? Yeah, two. They're both in the Zooics too. Sorry, did our siblings get turned into deer? What? Take a stab in conversation, go back to looking for Kara, ask her about the fair, read their sign. Sure, let's stick to a line that we've... You go back to looking for Kara. Danny, please. Okay. You walk along the path, calling out Kara's name. Finally find her cave. Sure, ask Danny to help us kill Kara. What? You asked Danny to help you kill Kara. Okay. Danny and Kara are walking together when they notice you. Kara, over here, Danny says, waving at you. Kara smiles and walks over to you. What? Say, why don't you come to the fair with us? Tell Danny she could go in alone. Ask her about Hagar. Huh? And continue talking. Sure, why don't you come to the fair with us? Yeah, it's almost over. You should come. Maybe I have to go hunting first. Okay, Kara says. Throw a rock at her, go back to the village, ask Kara if she wants help finding any prey. Buy some time. Ask her if she wants help finding... Do you have any specific types? Kara asks. Yeah, vampires. Game, please. I don't have a voice for Kara. I don't know. Let's show her her fangs. I thought Kara was dead. I thought I had already killed her. It looked like we have time travelled walking down this road. You show your fangs. You're a vampire, Kara says in surprise. Yeah, do you want some blood? Yes, please. I'd love... What? Take out your wrist and offer it to the girl. Take out your wrist and offer it to the girl. Do you mind if I joined you? Danny suddenly pipes up. What do you want? Kara says angrily, turning to stare at Danny. I'm hungry. Could you give me some of your blood? Yeah, no, I don't do that, Kara says before turning around to continue walking. Chat, please. What? Thank you, Adrian. Oh. At this point, I'm just basically clicking random ones to follow after Kara. Let's go after her. Thank you, Shy Magpie.
I want to help Anil, but I don't know her.
We'll have Hamid here and see. Oh. Oh. You follow after Kara. Kara, please. No, Kara says. Please. No, Kara says, before Danny speaks up again. Could I have some? She asks nervously. Fine, I'll offer my wrist to her. And thank you very much, are you here for the 100 bits? Please, Danny asks. No, Cora says. Oh, why not? Danny asks angrily, beginning to tear up. It's not... I don't like it. Stab Danny with your claws, offer the girl some blood from a bottle, say, I'll go get my gun, beg Cora to give you her wrist. So we've got bottled blood on us, do we? Fine, let's... Here, take some from this bottle, you say, pulling out a small bottle of blood from your pocket and offering it to her. Really? Yes. Really, Danny says, taking the bottle. You pull your wrist to her mouth and she opens her mouth slightly. Open up, you say. Open up? Well, no. Nod your head. Say, suck. Or use telekinesis to force the blood into Danny's throat. What options are these? I'm just going to nod my head. Okay, she says, opening her mouth more. Danny leans forward, putting her mouth on your wrist. Her lips press against your skin and she begins to suck. It feels weird, but not unpleasant. How do any of these follow the... Sure. You tell Danny that it feels good. It does, Danny exclaims, moving her head up and down a little. After a while, Danny pulls her mouth away from your skin and looks at the liquid in the bottle. Take some of it? Danny takes the bottle, filtering it so that some of the blood goes into her mouth. She smiles, then licks the rest of the bottle. You watch as she swallows before smiling at her. Sure, let's go. Okay, Cora says. You walk along the path with Cora and Danny walking behind you. So, what's your story? Danny asks. Tell her that you're a normal human like her. Well, that is patently not the case. That is so not the case. Say, I don't want to talk. Ask Cora if she wants help finding any prey. Go quiet. Help finding prey? What? I don't know. I don't think anyone here is human. No. Yeah. No, I'm fine, Cora says. Do you want some competition, you ask? What? Danny asks in confusion. Offer Cora to help find her prey. Say, Cora wants some competition so you can go hunt something. Ask the girl if she'd like your company while she finds a victim. Show Danny flirting techniques. Oh. Sure. Okay. Fine. Show Danny flirting techniques. You know, win her over. Be a gentleman, you say. I don't want to upset her. What? No! Whoa, 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 whoa. What the hell is that answer? What the hell is that option? No. Oh. Go back into your shirt. Offer help on dealing with werewolves. Use dirty talk. I don't know, Kato. I don't know if we are shirtless or not. Where did werewolves come? Look, I'm sure. Let's. You know, dirty talk. Just say really felt. I don't know. Do you want some? You fit. Danny puts her hands on her hips. Do you want to have some fun? Go through the motions. Offer Danny help. Use your powers on her. What? I don't know what. I don't know where. Pokemon and pancakes. Your guess is as good as mine on that front. Hey, Laura says, "Oh, thank you so much. I'm laughing so much I woke up my cat." Oh, hugs for the cats. Jory says, "Remember when our biggest problem was the children apparently trapped in the King's Mind Palace?" Whew. Oh. Oh. Okay, right. I honestly don't know what answer to pick here. Sure, let's see what go through the motions means. You go through the motions. No, of course not, you laugh. What's it like? Danny asks. What's what like, you ask? Being a vampire. Say, it's like you imagine. Tell the girl that it sucks. Ask Cara if she wants any help, or use your charm on Danny. I mean, we could give up on the multiple choice and go back to text entry. Sure, it sucks. You tell the girl that it sucks. It sucks. Everything's better when you're a vampire and you're at the mercy of those around you. You have no choice. You're a slave to this. Say this and point at yourself. Yeah, and this is hell. Danny begins to laugh. Oh my god. This is the most fun I've had in forever. Germandacium, there is no way to fix this. I don't... Who wrote this? An AI, apparently. So try being in hell. No, I'm having too much fun. I want this to go on forever, Danny says. Is Danny chat? Well, that's hell, you say. Danny smiles and continues walking along the path. Throw Danny in the lake? What? Go through flirting techniques again. Use dirty talk. This really is a part of the AI that was trained on fanfiction. I'm starting to wonder. Sure, let's try helping Cara again, because No, we end up back in a loop. Let's show Kara flirting techniques. Oh, let's show Kara the flirting techniques. Okay, so it's done the same dialogue, but with... Oh, wait, hang on. What? Say, no, I have a girlfriend. What? Well, since it's the only different option, I'm going to go for that. Tell her that it sucks. Say, being in love. Ask Kara if she... Sell the girl some lies. Being in love? It's amazing. The best feeling ever. You feel safe. Like nothing can harm you. It's so warm. I'm going to pick the answers which are different from the ones that we've had before. Really? Oh my god, that's so cute. She smiles. What's it like? What's it like? It's the best feeling in the whole world. I want some. Ask Kara if she has any curty talk to help you woo Kara's girlfriend. Are we just following this straight down as far to the bottom of the rabbit hole as we are? I guess so. I guess we are. Let's make a funny face. What? What? You'll have to catch me first, she says, ducking under a branch. Say, I'll get your heart. Oh. Trying to grab her? Oh my god, this is so fun, she laughs as you jump after her. Catch me if you can, she says, dodging left and right. You continue to chase her through the forest. Throw yourself on the ground and pretend to shoot yourself. Go after her again. Say, I'm not sure if I'll be able to. Germandacium, I don't know if we still have our jetpack. Charcoal, I have no idea where Danny has gone. Sure. Let's have a tantrum. What? No. Oh. Oh, game. So this is what. This is where you will run into serious problems with a game like this. With this something that is procedurally generated and effectively pulling random things out of its hat to string together. Because obviously, the game thinks and has these phrases in its in its parser, in its dictionary, and knows that these are valid phrases to construct, but doesn't have the context for what is sensible and not. You throw yourself on the ground, pretend to shoot yourself. Kara quickly turns around and falls to the ground, pretending to shoot herself in the head. Haha, I shot myself, she laughed. That was hilarious. Well, no, none of that is... Yeah, at this point, I think the AI has effectively lost it. Well, I mean, the AI lost it like a long while ago, but I think it has stopped being able to parse anything generally sensible at this point. So I'm going to take this back off the off of this. And say, let's take this back to this. Let's try and see if by doing something vaguely sensible, we can pull it back. Say, I think we've had enough of this and should go back to the castle. Yeah, same, Kara says. We're not going to hunt today. You both stand up and begin walking to the castle. Let's see if we can find some rails for this. Enter the castle. You walk into the castle alongside Kara and Danny. Hey, want to see something interesting? Kara asks. Okay. What? You ask. Kara slowly makes her way behind the castle to the largest dungeon cell. Look what I found when I climbed in to have a look around, she says. You walk up to the cell and open the door. Oh my god, who is it? Oh my god, who is it? Danny asks, leaning in towards... Oh my god, who is it? Danny asks, leaning in towards the bars. You walk up behind Danny and see who she's looking at. Game, you were so close. You were so close to getting this back. You walk up behind Danny and see who she's looking at. Oh, that's just Cece, you say. So that's just Cece, you say. So I know Cece. I think her name's Kara. Is there any more to this line? Her name's Kara, you say, as if this information is surprising to you. Hello, Kara says cheerfully. Who are you? This is all getting a little too ridiculous. I need to find the king. Yeah, we're timeline jumping. You turn to face the group. Look, I think you four had a fun time playing games, but I really have to find the king now. Danny shifts nervously from foot to foot. It wasn't my fault. Oh, hey, Alex. I turned up and Alex's head is in your hand. This is not your fault. Oh. It wasn't my fault. You should have protected me, she says. It wasn't my fault. You should have protected me, Kara says in protest. It wasn't my fault. You should have protected me. Protest that what do we do? It wasn't my fault. You should have protected me. Turn around and walk away. All of you had a hand in this. I need to find the king. Fine, Danny grumbles. I'll go with you. Fine, I'll go with you. I don't need your help. I can do this by myself. thank you very much, Are You Here, for gifting a sub to Alex. You say, I don't need your help, I can do this by myself. Fine, Kara says, turning to leave. Fine, I'll go with you, Danny says. That's not what I want! Do. Use jetpack. You strap on a jetpack and fire up. Flying out of the trapdoor and into the air, the three look on in awe. That is so cool, Danny says. Fly away to a new kingdom. You take off into the sky, flying as far away from the castle as you can. Eventually you find a new kingdom to settle in, with no monsters of the like that might come here. Story. Fin. That's it. I am drawing a line under that one. So, I think you can see some of the limitations in having procedurally generated or having AI generated adventures of this nature. Binary star system. I don't know what happened to the children. That's possibly a part 2 waiting to happen. Professional jetpack criticism. Thank you very much, Are You Here, for the 100 bits. I think we will just have to leave the
Overload
some
the
of the
jetpack,
threads
it's the
and the plot lines unresolved. He says there are no limitations. It's the final season of Arc Gaming right here. Yeah, Nigel got a happy ending of some kind. Thank you very much, Ex Libris Crow. 100 for the 100. Fine, okay. Let's see what happens if I do overload the jetpack. It would it will allow us to basically go at uncontrollable speed. So, oh God, I went through that very quickly. Right, I'm going to go and refresh. I'm going to go and refresh my drink. Do we want to do one more run of a different type? Because I think we should probably see how this goes for something other than fantasy. So, zombies. Okay. Okay. Mods, can you put up a poll for mystery? I don't really want to do apocalyptic. Mystery, zombies, or cyberpunk. Just put those three. Put those three options on. I'm going to put us to a quick break and go and grab myself some more peppermint tea. And when I come back, we'll see what the outcome of that poll is. Well, I'd love one more run if you aren't ready to burn this game and put the ashes in a cell. Nice callback. Oh, hey, Hannah. Yes, okay. If someone could throw up a poll for those three options, mystery, zombies, or cyberpunk, I'm going to grab some more tea and be back in a couple of minutes. So have fun with that. And we're back. So, how's everyone doing? I've managed to get my thing. Right. Tea acquired. So, oh no. Oh yeah, the hype train's covered the thing. And wow, we're on a hype train. Whoa. Thank you very much, Tafiara, for giving out 10 community gift subs. And thank you, Molietsu, for the five more community gift subs. Thank you so much for your amazing generosity. German Dacian says, I'm still confused. How are you, Anil? Fine. That was a little bit more high pitched than I would like. Yeah, so that is the issue with a game like this where there is no voice work. Oh wow, we've hit the level 5. This is starting to take a toll on my life. Thank you very much, Lucifer11, for the hydrate. This is starting to take a bit of a toll on my throat. So I think I've only got enough. I think I've only got enough in me for one more run, and we will see. We will see how this goes. So, is the poll still running, or is it finished? Molietsu, thank you for the 420 bits. Yes, I will stop if I need to. If my throat really does feel like giving out, I will stop. I'll just wait for somebody to see what the result of the poll is. Thank you very much, Tiger in Man's Clothing, for the 100 bits. Gentle opera to warm. Look, Alex. Ben and Tim showed off mouth boot camp, tongue boot camp on their stream on Sunday. 69 bits. Thank you very much. Nice Ex Libris Crow for RIP the poll. Niblick3 says, I think Cyberpunk won. And another 200 bits from Are You Here? Thank you very much. I said they better not have done boot camp down our microphone. Take that up with Ben and Tim. That I don't know. Are we going with Cyberpunk then? Let's bring the game back up. Oh yeah, they are streaming tonight, aren't they? Yes. Oh, and they're playing. I can't remember what they're playing. Darn it, I did see that tweet, but can anyone tell me what they are playing? Oh yes, Sea of Thieves. Yes. Okay, so are we doing Cyberpunk then, folks? I'm going to take that. Unless I see anything differently, I am going to Cyberpunk. I hear that in the same grove. He goes, Biker Grove, Biker Grove, and that is a old reference for the Brits here. So okay, let us go with Cyberpunk then. And see how that goes. So we have a character choice of cyborg, punk, cop, or android. I mean, obviously we're a cyborg. And our character name is... what is our character name for this? Newton the cyborg living in Hawaii. Nice reference there, Marshmallow. Nigel 2.0. Yeah, let's go with Rusty. That seems appropriate. You are Rusty, a cyborg living in the futuristic city of Zale. You have a bionic arm and a hollow band. You're walking down the city streets while neon lights flash brightly above you. As you pass an alley, you see a group of men pass by. They have a humanoid appearance, but their skin is dark and wet looking. Their faces are snouts filled with teeth and 2 slits for a nose. What do we do? Thank you very much, Are You Here, for giving a sub to Dr. Percival Wyborn. Welcome to the channel. It's Voldemort. Quick, use your wand. Right, let's check pockets. You reach into your right pocket and grab your apple. You take a bite while walking along. Suddenly, you hear an alarm going off. Look for the source of the alarm. Joe Mendesian says, before I forget, greetings from Matt-san. They can't be here and they're hoping we all have a lovely time. Ah, well, thank you very much. Send our best wishes back to Matt-san. You look around and then you see a humanoid robot about the size of a child walking quickly to you. You draw your gun with your good arm. What? The robot stops, raising its arm up. Put away gun. You put away your gun. Okay. Look at the robot. The robot raises an arm, selecting something on a small device on its wrist. The streetlights around you fade to darkness as the robot's head begins to glow. Duck for cover. You quickly duck down, hiding behind a nearby dumpster. The robot's head swivels around, staring at the dumpster. Then it begins to search for you, using its device. Unholster gun. You draw your gun out from behind the dumpster. The robot's head swivels around, staring at the gun in your hand. It begins to search for you, using its device. Shoot the device. You aim your gun at the device on the robot's wrist. You fire, destroying it. The robot's head pauses, the glow fading from its head. Let's see if there's anything else. The robot's head swivels around, staring at you. Its mouth opens as a bright flash of light appears from within it. It is silicon juiciness. Actually, here's the point. Do we want this to be a sensible run, or do we want this to be a chaotic run? Like, I've played this so far relatively straight or sensible. We can go silly, or we can retain some degree of sensibleness for the time being. Actually, I'm not sure there is a sensible option. Go full chaos. Always advocate for chaos. Niblik says, look what happened last time we tried to do a sensible run. Cool. Fine. Let's embrace the chaos then. This goes against all my best instincts, chat. Okay. Its mouth opens as a bright flash of light appears from within it. Throw the apple at the robot's mouth. You throw the apple at the robot's mouth, colliding with its face. Then you duck down, hiding behind the dumpster as the robot takes a bite of the apple. Thank you very much for the 100 bits.
Chaos. Chaos, Anil.
Right. Push the dumpster at the robot. You push the dumpster, colliding with the robot's chest. It pauses and then begins to walk forward. You jump up, kicking it. It takes a few steps back before charging at you. Step to one side and say "Olay" like a matador. Assimilate the robot. You step to one side and say "Olay" like a matador. You step and the robot charges you. You do an impression of a matador waving your arms as the robot charges at you. You cry out in pain as the robot smashes into you. Then it charges again. You do the same act again. Then it stops. You cry out in pain as the robot grabs your arm, forcing its weapon through your chest. Fine. Pull. Grab the robot. Actually, yeah. Bite the robot. You pull your head back, biting into the robot's hand. The robot screams, swiveling around to point its weapon at you. Then its head explodes, killing you. What? Possess the robot with my ghost. You become a ghost, possessing the robot's body. Revel in the newfound power. You walk along the street staring around. You stare intently at the buildings around you, scanning them for guards and cameras. Go on a rampage. Oh, no, what? You walk along the street, smashing your metal claw into a glass window. You grab a man inside and break his neck. Before grabbing a woman and forcing your claws into her neck, you drink from her. We're a robo-vampire. Assimilate. Assimilate people. Let's see if this... Why does everything end up as robots? You go onto the street, finding a crowd of people. You begin to absorb them. Soon, there's barely any of them left. You walk along the street, staring around you. Find... what should we do? Pushing for full Akira, but here we are. Okay. Assimilate buildings. You go onto the street, finding a skyscraper. You begin to absorb it. Soon there's barely any of it left. Acquire target. You walk along the street staring at a skyscraper. Then you move forward, grabbing it in your hands. You lift it up, staring around at the world. Use skyscraper to play pool with the cars. I don't know how tall this robot is. You pick up a car and drop it, walking on the road. You drop another and another and another. Soon you have a pool table. You move the cars around so they create a perfect pool shot. Do a trick shot. You move a car forward so it looks like a perfect shot. Then you quickly put the rest of the cars in a pile in the corner, creating a pyramid. Climb the pyramid of cars. You climb up the pyramid of cars, grabbing the top one. You stand on it, reaching as high as you can. The car begins to tip over and you fall backwards off it. Make a throne out of the cars. B at the top of the pyramid scheme. You move the car pool table and the chairs you created, creating a throne. You sit on it, staring at the city. Plot to take over the city. You pull a dog out of the car and reenact the King Kong. You plot to take over the city. Soon you begin your coup. Would Rusty be a kaiju or Jaeger? What's a Jaeger? Oh, hang on. A Jaeger is the robots. Is the things from Pacific Rim, isn't it? Begin coup. Install yourself as the new ruler. You walk forward, staring at the city, then you raise your claw. Does this have an option? People of the city, your time is over. I am here to usher in a new era. The era of the king. Soon you are installed as the new ruler. I do need an opponent, don't I? Rule the city with a iron fist in a velvet glove. You rule the city with an iron fist, but still make sure to look after your citizens. You make sure you tell them on every occasion. Soon they love you. You demand tribute from the citizens. Soon they give you a good amount. You consider how best to spend the money. Build better infrastructure and civic amenities for the populace. You build better infrastructure. You build a hospital, a university, a stadium, and a religion centre. Soon the citizens are much better off. Not only that, but they love you and wait eagerly for your next words. Increase taxes. Dr. Percival Wyborn. Sure, I killed a lot of you in taking over, but here, presents. Raise taxes. You raise taxes. Soon the citizens are paying you a good amount of money. Not too high, but not low enough that they'll revolt either. You consider keeping it low. Extort my enemies. You decide to do this. Soon you have so much money that you don't know what to do with it. Build a new golden body for yourself. Pay to make the city fly. Ooh. You already are meant to... What? Whoa, 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 whoa. Game, no. I'm, no. Let's undo that. No. No. What we are going to do, turn the city into a flying city. Soon the city is airborne and you have a seat in the government. Soon you announce to the world that you are a god and demand sacrifices of your citizens. Demand that the citizens sacrifice the plutocrats that make them toil. Soon a new ruling class begins with you at the top. The citizens are willing to accept this and are willing to accept new rules. Soon the city is yours. Okay. Use the flying city to acquire the nearest other city. The flying city becomes a perfect weapon, and you soon take over the world. Soon another city, and you sit on a throne of dead cities, staring at the sky with a smile on your face. Look, survey your new kingdom. Soon you realise there is another city class. Okay, basically the same thing. Plot to devise a plan to take over the moon. You continue to plot to take over the moon and the stars. Soon you command an entire solar system. Soon you are a god and you rule the world from here. Ask the citizens to find you a suitable spouse. Thank you very much, Joe Mendasium, for giving a sub to Silver Color. Welcome to the channel. Soon your citizens have found you a bride, a beautiful girl, much like yourself. You question if this is love or merely a form of obedience that they felt they had to show you. Ask her name. I don't understand. How did you come to our city? A monster attacked the city, killed everyone. I was the only survivor. Offer her a new life with yourself. The girl is taken away by your staff who bring her to your chamber. Soon she appears in a bed there looking at you. I am here. What is your name? Say, there has been a misunderstanding. We need to get to know each other better first. You say, I need you to understand that I am the only one who can help you. The girl nods and you explain that her name isn't really what it appears. Return to the throne room of my ship. Your ship. Return, and you will attempt to interrogate her further for information that you could use against your enemies. No. Demand that there is no more interrogation. What else do you want to know? She says, if you're reading your mind. Oh, that's a good thing. Ask. What else do you want to know? Would you like to go stargazing with me? Yes, she answers. She seems to not understand the question. Okay. Would you like me to kill your enemies instead? Okay, I'm going to turn that back because would you help me found a new utopia on the moon? Oh, I do have a karaoke a karaoke request for everyone what wants to rule the world. Oh wow. Okay, hang on one moment. Pull compound him, which can mean anything. You try to re-explain your offer. I would give you anything you want. She begins to speak but stops. So what if I gave you a ring of diamonds and platinum? No, I give you a look that could kill. A golden ring made from the most precious metal in the galaxies. Her eyes dart around as if scanning the room for something else. So, say, will you marry me and found a new celestial kingdom? She says, I'll consider it. You are satisfied with her answer. You nod. She begins to ask you some more questions, but you refuse to answer and lead her into the observation room. Ready your city to conquer the moon. Girl seems interested. Oh, that was. Oh, oops, I said say. Ready your city to conquer the moon. Yeah, let's go with it. The girl seems interested. She says she will return to her friends and come back to the moon in a short time. Conquer the moon as a present to your betrothed. The girl returns with a handful of friends. You are satisfied with their numbers, 40 girls strong. They should be enough to do the work. What? um. Okay. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I'm just looking something up, chat. Huh. I don't actually know the tune on this, sir. I know there's been a karaoke request for this. I'm just going to do a quick test. I'm going to mute the audio so that I can actually get the tune for this. Right, okay. Right, I know the tune now. Just have to remind myself of that. Right, okay. Wrong thing. Do sing. Oh, thank you. You sit on thrones in your throne room, waiting for the small band of moon bunnies to arrive. You hum a tune as practice makes perfect. A tune going, welcome to your life. There's no turning back. Even while we sleep, we will find you acting out your best behavior. Turn your back on Mother Nature. Everybody wants to run the world. Help me make the most of freedom and our pleasure. Nothing ever lasts forever. Everybody wants to rule the world. And yes, und so weiter, as they say. Let's put some music back on. Put some proper music back on. You sit on thrones in your throne room waiting for the small band of moon bunnies to arrive. You hum a tune as practice makes perfect. Ask the moon bunnies to officiate your wedding. The girls nod eagerly. You begin your talk about your future with the girl. You plan to stay here on the moon, ruling as a king. Propose wed the girl and make her your queen. King as well. You propose a toast to your future. The wedding goes well. Year 1. You stand next to the newlyweds on the steps of the palace, staring out at the city. Toast the future. Celebrate a job well done. The girl smiles and you take her hand. You begin to talk about the future, the moon, and your plans to make it the new powerhouse of the galaxy. In return, she will make you a king. I think that is probably where we shall end our story. Oh gosh, are you here? Wanted to happen to have Anil sing "Sweet Dreams Are Made of This." Oh. That's probably a good song to actually end thing. Let me grab the lyrics for that. So you can, like, we're standing on on the steps of our moon palace. Sweet dreams. Okay, right. Lyrics, please. So, there's good King Rusty and her bride standing on the steps of the Moon Palace, hand in hand. As they look over their dominions and saying, "Sweet dreams are made of this." You know what? Let's go to main. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? I traveled the world and the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to get used by you. Some of them want to abuse you. Some of them want to be abused. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? I've traveled the world and the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Hold your head up. Keep your head up, moving on. Hold your head up, moving on. Keep your head up, moving on. Hold your head up, moving on. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to get used by you. Some of them want to abuse you. Some of them want to be abused. Sweet dreams are made of this. So, what have we learnt here today? Text adventures are fantastic. Well, this may not be the best implementation of it, but it is a really interesting look at how text adventures have evolved from where they were when I first started with them as a kid, and how we have moved through the realms of interactive fiction and what people are doing with modern technology and modern understanding of computer-assisted and computer-aided learning in order to generate new narratives. And what, like many of the grand strategy games, and as Lydia has said when she was looking at RimWorld, a lot of these games are very good narrative generators and story generators as a jumping off point for other things. As you see, there are still a lot of limitations with the natural language parsing of the AI here, and we ended up down a lot of like dead ends and not necessarily like an inappropriate answers, not just from a context basis, but inappropriate for the not just from a like sensibilities perspective, but also from just a general context that they didn't actually fit the scenarios we were giving. There was very little remembrance of past actions, so I think this was a very interesting look, and I think this is probably worth coming back to at a different time if they say update the engine, or just as a little bit of a play around if we want to do some chaotic narrative. I think as we've seen, it's very difficult to generate a, in inverted commas, sensible narrative out of something that isn't necessarily going to understand what you are saying all the time. There is a tendency towards chaos. Yeah, as a fun backup thing for other things. As a reminder, this is a free to play. You can go to sorry, let me just grab the web address for it again. So you can go to play.aidungeon.io and pick this up. Well, I say pick it up. You play it online. I thought, oh, take care, Alex. Take care, Hannah. And you can see for yourself how this plays out. As I say, particularly when we had the computer generated prompts for actions, we were led down a lot of rambling paths. But even if you just stop it at a given point and like run your own story or run your own idea from there, this might actually give you like inspiration for RPG campaigns that you are running. If you get stuck on your own story, maybe this is a seed for a short story, or even a or if not, like something more sensible. It might give you, might give you just a writing seed to try your hand and practice doing something. Like seed generators are not to be sniffed at, really. So thank you very much, everyone who has been with me this evening. I hope you found that interesting, and I hope that's been fun to watch us read and sing along to all of that. Coming up on the channel on Friday at 8 p.m. BST, Alistair Stewart, who plays Peter Lucas in the Magnus Archives, is back for a second go, and he will be reading the very first vampire story, Carmilla, I believe, and that will run from 8 to 10 on Friday evening. On Saturday, Mike has taken the week off and is going to get some rest. I think he, as he said last week, and he is being replaced. The spot is being taken by Bryn, who will be here at 1 p.m. on Saturday afternoon, 1 p.m. BST, to play the beginning bit of the Talos Principle, which is a puzzle and philosophy game. It'll be demonstrating basically an open world puzzlers. So this is a genre that includes games like the Talos Principle, The Witness, and so forth. So yes, that's 1 p.m. on Saturday. Nothing on Sunday from us. But in ancillary streams, as somebody said, yes, you can catch Alistair as well on his own stream over at twitch.tv/EA podcasts tonight with more bedtime stories, and no doubt there will be a certain degree of shenanigans as well. Tomorrow there is, I think there are a bunch of streams. Who else? Who is usually? Bryn isn't running on Thursdays anymore. But I know that Druttercup will be continuing Gabriel Knight 2 on Tales from a Thursday. So you can go and catch her over on twitch.tv/Druttercup. On Friday is probably Johnny's stream as well, but that's clashing with us. And on Sunday you have the Meredith brothers at 4 p.m. as well. Oh, Frank is streaming on Thursdays, of course. Yes, Frank over at twitch.tv/bootjets. I think they're playing Assassin's Creed 3. Oh, thank you very much, Joe Mendasium, for those lovely words. What else was I going to say? There was something else I did want to talk to you about. Yes, thank you very much for everyone who has cheered, who has subbed, who has given gift subs. It is very much appreciated. Again, if you do want to, you can find out everything that we do over at our website, www.rustyquill.com. Support us either by direct donation, by supporting us here on the channel, or by signing up to our Patreon. We do also have a merch store, and in particular, keep an eye out on our social media for October, because we have got something very special coming on Halloween, which is a mic stream. So a double load of fun coming up at the end of October. Are the brothers Meredith still online? Are they still playing? Because if so, we should probably go and raid them. Cool. What do we want as the raid phrase? Chat. Moon bunnies? Shall we go with moon bunnies? They are still playing. Excellent. Moon lesbians? Okay, moon bunnies or moon lesbians? Let's go with moon bunnies. Moon bunnies is nice. Look, I will leave it up to you as to which you think. As long as we've got moon in there, I think that's fine. Yeah, both. But this is very much Eldorado both.gif. So I will say goodbye and say thank you very much for being with me this evening. We are going to go /raid. Oh yes, I should take a hydrate. So /raid the Meredith brothers. Okay, take care everyone. I will see you on the flip side. Oh, damn it. Why did that not work? Arg. Why didn't that work? The Meredith. Oh, wrong phrase. Raid the brothers Meredith. There we go. Okay, take care everyone. Bye.